So I just got home from the movie theater. I went to see Split with Mom. Amazing movie. The movie was completely predicated on acting. The movie didn't have a lot of like crazy action, cinematic CGI. Yeah, CGI. Yeah, that's the correct abbreviation. Yeah, didn't have a lot of that. It was just really good acting on the part of one man. So if you guys can respect really good acting and you like really good character acting, then this is a really awesome movie. I highly suggest it. I don't say that a lot. Most movies I like because of their storytelling and because of the directing work and the cinematography. But this movie was carried by its acting, which is few and far in between. But anyways, it's 10:44. I just got home. I haven't eaten since 12:30. But I ate a lot at 12:30, so yeah. This is my last meal of the day. Some like Japanese stuff. Got some ranch on here, or actually Thousand Island, fat-free Thousand Island, and some hot sauce. And the Japanese sauce stuff, it's total yum. This scarf looks weird. So Guten Tag, and walk down the stairs with me real quick. I want to talk to you guys for a second about something that a couple of you want to hear about. So, deloads. Deloads. Are they important? Why should we do them? And how do deloads work? So number one, if you don't do deloads, you're going to end up getting weaker over a progression of weeks. So if you don't deload for 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 weeks, you're going to find your joints aching, you're going to find your ligaments aching, you're going to find that you're sore all the time, you're going to find that you're losing motivation, you're going to find that you might be losing sleep, a whole bunch of negative things happening to you. This is because of three things. Number one, you've beaten your central nervous system down and you're not giving it time to recover, and so it's not recovering. Your central nervous system is just beat, which can cause you to actually get sick, to get colds, to get viruses, because your central nervous system is down. So your immune system's also going to be down because it's trying to recover from you beating it to death for like 10 weeks straight without deloading. Number two, your ligaments are going to be beat up, which can get you really close to getting injured at any point. You can just come in the gym and be doing a bench press and just tear a pec or something because you haven't deloaded it in too long. Did I just say joints or ligaments? So your joints and your ligaments need to deload. They need the recovery. If your joints don't have that time to recover, you're going to end up screwing up your joints by the time you're 40 years old, and you'll be one of those like 45-year-old guys that says, well, I used to bench 315 back when I was at my strongest point at 23 years old. You don't want to be like that. You want to be at your strongest point when you're 45, your strongest point when you're 55. There are guys that are in their 50s that can still bench in the 400-pound range, like still squat 500, still deadlift 600. You don't have to be beat up by the time you're 50. You choose to be beat up by the time you're 50 if you don't deload. So a progression scheme that I really like to use personally, that's right in the middle of power and the upper rep range, is a progression scheme that I just call it 6-5-4, which means on the first week you'll be doing 6 reps at a certain weight, say 135 on the bench press. Second week you'll be doing 5 reps with 140 on the bench press, and the third week you'll be doing 4 reps with 145 on the bench press. Now you can keep the sets the same, or if you want a really intense workout scheme or a progression scheme, you can have the first week on about, say, 3 sets, the second week 4 sets, and the third week 5 sets. So you're going up a set each week, you're going up 5 pounds each week. But I recommend, for longevity's sake of a progression scheme, just to manipulate one variable. So just manipulate the sets or just manipulate the reps. But we're not talking about progression here. We're just using a progression scheme as sort of a template. So let's say you're doing 6-5-4 with the weights that I said. 6-5-4, 135, 140, 145. So week 4, if your deload is on week 4, then what you're going to do is take about 20 to 30% off the weights depending on how beat up you feel. So say take around 30 pounds off, so you go down to about 100, 105 pounds. And if you're doing 4 sets, go down to 3 sets. So if your weight was 135 pounds at the beginning of the cycle, take the deload and go down to about 95 to 100 pounds and take it off a set. So an example of a deload from week 1 to the 4th week. So you'd be week 1, week 2, week 3. and then week 4 will be the deload. And on the deload, you take it back to the weight and the sets of week 1, but then take 20 to 30% off of that. So for example, week 1 was 135 for 3 sets of 6 reps. What you're going to do is take that down to 100 pounds for 2 sets of anywhere between 4 to 6 reps, and just focus on the squeeze, focus on the contraction. You're going to want to do that on every rep range, on every exercise that week, and that's going to let your joints and ligaments recover and your central nervous system. 90% of the time what I see, guys, is week 1 after a deload, you feel better. Week 2 is typically your strongest week. Week 3, you start to like kind of bottom out with your gains as far as strength goes, and if you have a week 4 and a week 5 on a cycle before a deload, that's typically when you really plateau out, or even week 5, week 6 is when you start to lose strength because your body really needs a deload, really needs to recover from the beating on the joints, the ligaments, the central nervous system. And guys, everyone's different. For me, I have to deload about every 4 weeks. For some other people, they can go 6 to 8 weeks without deloading. Some people never have to deload. But most people with genetics like mine, or genetics, just average genetics, you need to deload every 4 to 5 weeks at the latest, and set up your progression scheme to work with the deload. So if you're wanting to deload every 5th week, have a progression scheme that lasts 4 weeks before a deload. If you're wanting to deload every 4 weeks like me, set up a progression scheme that works every 3 weeks, and then you deload every 4th week. So you can set up depending on your body type. You have to learn that over time, but that is how deloads work. So we came to shoot a video, didn't know this was private property. This guy threatened to pull out a gun on us, and now he's recording us, so I'm gonna record him too. So we were driving out, like just kind of in the middle of nowhere to kind of try to get some cool shots for the Cobra for you guys, and pulled over on what I thought was just like kind of a random area, and this truck comes out like from like way back really quickly, and I thought he was gonna like come out and like, usually what happens is people come out and like my car. And so the guy had like a big F-150 with some sort of exhaust on it and came out, and I was like, oh, alright, let's see what this guy has to say. He comes out, he's like, if y'all don't get off the property right now, I'm gonna shoot both of you. And then he says he's gonna call the police. So I mean, I don't know which one he was gonna do, but we left as quickly as we could, but we couldn't leave quickly enough because like every time we were trying to leave, he would say, he was like getting frustrated. Oh, and you saw that he was recording us, so I'm sure we're probably going to be on a Facebook video, but he'll be on a YouTube video, so it's okay. So I just got to the gym. It's around 6:01. As you could probably think, I'm pretty flustered. That was crazy. I didn't think we were on anyone's property, and it was an accident. I thought we were just pulling over on the side of grass in the middle of nowhere to like, I was going to set the drone up and we were going to get some flying shots of the Cobra just kind of driving through open land. And yeah, I thought that would be cool. But yeah, I'm curious who this guy is because I think he took a video of me and my friends, so he's probably going to post it. I don't know why he was like, I don't know why he called his dad and told his dad, like, Dad, I'm going to, like, on the phone with his dad saying he was going to shoot us. That was a really weird situation. But, yeah, I got threatened like 3 times. What an interesting day. Now I'm at the gym, so we're gonna finish this crazy video off with a workout edit. I need to cool off and chill out and calm down right now. I'm gonna drink my Bang. I know that's a contradictory statement. Chill off and drink a Bang and work out, right, babe? But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do that stuff. Gonna do my workout, and then I'm gonna go home and chill out and edit. So yeah, I love you guys. I'm glad I didn't get shot. This is the second time this week that that I could have gotten shot. I'm probably gonna probably get my concealed pretty soon and start carrying, because there's been like several times in this past couple months where I felt very, very unsafe and wished that I had a gun in the car. I don't believe in violence, but you gotta fight fire with fire, and I'm not ready to get shot, so.
You said the same thing I told ya. My eyes are clear, there's no secret. I wanna know, was it serious? I need it clear, my best friend. Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders. Trying to hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. I think we're made of something.